What we are going to talk about today is accept your child's self-expressions. Acceptance is a bigger virtue than change. Build acceptance for yourself and your child. Cherish the moments that you have together. The question, what if work can create immense distress? Acceptance is one of the keys to being able to ensure that there is contentment, there is joy, there is happiness. Acceptance allows you to be able to be in the present, in the here and now, in a way that you're able to keep on moving forward without being continuously hassled by the lack of certain things, some experiences, some situations, relationships. That is such a critical skill that children need to develop in order to be able to ensure that they are taking care of their own self, that they are being confident in situations when they come at them. That skill of acceptance can be really crucial to their success. And the only way they can develop this is, especially at an early age, through the observation of what their parents tend to embody. As a result, you, as the adults who are surrounding your child, play a very, very crucial role in ensuring that your child can develop this ability to be accepting of what it is that is surrounding them. Acceptance does not mean that you're giving up, that you're saying that I'm not going to make any efforts or try to change the situation. But acceptance is about saying that while I find myself in this situation and it is the way that it is, I am going to continue to keep putting the work that is required to bring about a change in a direction that is favorable for me. Inculcating and incorporating this kind of an approach in your child in the long run is going to involve you consistently demonstrating this particular skill. So it starts from you. It starts from you learning to accept the situations of your own life. Not having extreme responses, reactions towards the difficult situations that come your way, especially when it comes to responding to things in front of your child. It is very important that when there are difficult scenarios, which children can be extremely sensitive towards and can palpate very easily, it's essential that in those moments you demonstrate an even more calm demeanor. That you find ways to be able to communicate to your child that while things seem difficult, there is always a way forward. There is always a way to be able to keep taking steps ahead, to keep moving in a bid to ensure that circumstances change, that relationships are maintained, that productivity can be enhanced, that things can be made happier, more joyful, and that moments can be enjoyed regardless of what is going on. This is going to be something which is very critical to the rest of your child's life, and it's very essential that you demonstrate this. It is of course not uncommon that parents too will get faced by certain situations, and there would be reactions which would happen in front of their child, and that's absolutely okay. But it's also about how you help your child interpret those aspects, which would enable them to understand how to bring in an acceptance of the things that happen with them. It would also involve your response to the situations your child is going through, the ways in which you communicate about them. So, for instance, if your child ends up not coming in a competitive position in, say, a certain activity, or if they're not able to perform as well in their academics, if your response is going to be to chastise your child, to tell them that they're so wrong or not doing things in the best way, that can diminish the confidence of your child, because it would corrode their belief in their own selves that they can have the ability to change that outcome. Instead, if the approach is to say, okay, we have this specific situation in front of us right now. You've not performed to the best of your abilities here. We both know that there could be a different approach in this situation. While we're accepting that this result is the way that it is, what is it that we can do in order to change the outcome later? How is it that we can take steps forward in a manner that it allows us to be able to make things more favorable and allows you to be able to achieve to your potential? That is how you're able to ensure that your child will also not develop an apprehension or an anxiety or a fear towards facing certain situations. It will enable them to be able to look at them from a very pragmatic standpoint, to say, okay, this is something which is there as a reality right now, but it can be altered. It can go through its own transformation. Or maybe it won't, and if that does not happen, then that too is not such a bad outcome. All of this can get communicated through bringing in acceptance, through demonstrating acceptance, and enabling your child to be able to incorporate this skill so that they can confidently navigate the varying situations of their life.